when there's never sense to believe. Oh, lonesome roads and teenage runaways, dead cold brunches, blue yesterday. We've got people who can't find somewhere safe to sleep at night. Cardboard town and distant shades, the gray skies are full of concrete bannisters. Somewhere enough all the time, we lost track of what is right. I cannot seem to find it in me now. Oh, run and loose and on the street, to a world that will bring you to your knees. Not prepared for the landing. Watch the stars from where you're standing. It's getting cold, it's too cold to breathe. With my own eyes can barely deceive. My own attempts at glory, my self-preservation story. Lonesome road, teenage runaways, dead cold front, blue in yesterday. We've got people who can't find somewhere safe to sleep at night. Cardboard towns and distant shades, the gray skies are full of concrete industry. Somewhere enough all the time, we lost track of what is right. I cannot seem to find it in me now. Oh, lonesome roads and teenage runaways, dead cold front, blue in yesterday. We've got people who can't find somewhere safe to sleep at night. Cardboard towns and distant shades, the gray skies are full of concrete industry. Somewhere enough all the time, we lost track of what is right. I cannot seem to find it in me now. I should have asked you for your name. I didn't need it either way, 'cause I noticed you look so great with this anger inside your face. If 50 people stand alone, we're all in someone else's home. A smile to light this place, oh, but I could not recall her name. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say to keep this head of mine, to hold my head up straight. Everyone's the same, tell me to worry things. Why I always have to get myself just right for all of those who see it, the real me, or what I could be. I'm not using all my potential now, remind me problems that I'm feeling. I could be, or what I could be instead. We are Gene Shorts Jesus. My name's Jacob. Over.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jason.
They've got all their mics towards their legs. We're normally an electric band, but we're bringing you a little acoustic set. Bit more high intensity than these instruments deserve, but we'll see. This next one you'll probably recognize. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab. While he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now we're going to bed and my stomach is sick. Oh, it's all in my head, but she's touching me in the chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now letting me go. I just can't look, it's killing me. Taking control. Oh, jealousy, turning saints into the sea. Swimming through some lullaby, choking on your alibi. But it's just a price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and he's going down while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick. Oh, it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now letting me go. I just can't look, it's killing me. Taking control. Oh, jealousy, turning saints into the sea. Swimming through some lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just a price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. This next one goes out to a very nice lady. Woo! Save each moment through the night till you vanish from my eyes. I accept I'll see you soon again. Lonely thoughts all seem to fade even when you go away. 'Cause I know it's not long before you walk into that door. You've got so much to give it. I'm still waiting on the fall of it all. Will we seem to find what we've been looking for? You're just too much to believe. I can't even find the words. Oh, how absurd. Will you ever know just how you make me feel? ever truly fade. In my heart, I'll still see you again. But lonely thoughts all seem to fade, even when you go away. 'Cause I know it's not long before you walk in through that door. You got so much together, I'm still waiting on the fall. And all will we seem to find what we've been looking for? You're just too much to believe. I can't even find the words. Oh, how absurd. Will you ever truly know? Oh, and maybe it's the way that you say my name fills me up and causes me to come through. It's how I fell in love with you. And maybe it's the start of something we should have seen. Never meant too much to me, but it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, and maybe it's the way that you say my name fills me up and causes me to come through. It's how I fell in love with you. Started something we should have seen. Never meant too much to me, but it's true. Oh, it's true. The days are cold, it's frozen in time. We're starting to fall straight into the night. Back to class, it's starting to fade. There's this voice I try to evade. It says all those times can't relate. I got a head that's full of the noise we make. It's so searching, got some things to find. And that last I just gonna wait too high. My mind is a cage, it can't even fight. These sparks in my head that start to ignite. It can't be trusted, it can't be explained. There's no use in when we try to complain. All those thoughts can't relate. I got a head that's full of the noise we make. I'm still searching, got some things to find. I'm not lost, I just don't know where to hide. It's not my end, it's just the start. And only time will tell if we go too far. It's all stuck by me to be good never actually become. Pervasive, this native tongue was far too much for me. I felt it invade my lungs, it's getting hard to breathe. Oh, and I'm sorry, just know that I'm sorry. All those sides can't relate. I got a head that's full of the noise we make. I'm still searching, got some things to find. I'm not lost, I just don't know where to hide. It's not my end, it's just the start. And only time will tell if we go too far. It's all stuck by things to be could never actually become. Oh boy, we weren't planning on playing this next one, but you know, we're gonna have a fun time. follow her feet and just get away from it all. The start of pain, the entire world just can't explain. Maybe we're following, getting out of the way. We start to say, I'm not going out this way. Never seem to pass it, I just can't explain, but I'm getting by. Maybe we're scared to stay, scared to follow our feet and just get away from it all. The start of pain, the entire world just can't explain. Maybe we're dying out, giving rest of our lives to those that we know are not going out this way. Something kind of given, I just can't explain. Ah! Excuse me, Jason. Not the right song.
Oh, yeah,
All right. Yes, we did it. We messed up, guys. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Go team. All right.
Yes.
Oh, your seasons bring me slowly to my grave. I still wear your sweater. Within it I hibernate. If you could not stand these walls waiting in, I could follow you to something new. And now I still feel you here. If this is real, I feel my dear. But I could not remember what you said today. Oh, I'll stay. When we get closer, mine just floats away. I still wear this sweater. Without it, I can't be with you. Could not stand these walls waiting in. I could follow you with something new. And now I still feel you here. If this is real, I feel my tear. But I could not remember what you said today. Oh, I'll say. Thank you very much for having us. This we're gonna play a couple songs in a row. This next one's called Winter Term. We're gonna have a fun time. You ready, Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, let's go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
It's not just for other kids, so it's something you can't describe. The feeling is far too simple. The message we cannot find. Just getting out of bed can feel so hard that you want to scream. My body is overtaken. I thought I would finally free. People never notice we've got problems too. Things I never thought could lead me back to you. All these uncertainties I lack the confidence just for clarification, this song's about how winter term sucks. And yeah, once again, this year, winter term sucks. I came here expecting to fix every problem, but still, they follow me. It wasn't for lack of trying, expertly failed at timing. I don't know what I should be. Oh, I'm better yet somehow. I lost my own voice and my thoughts speak aloud. My heart starts to bleeding, my head keeps on beating. I worked so hard just to throw it all away. Oh, and I'm sick, no, I'm tired of waiting. Patient mind's hesitating. You gave me life and I gave you a storm. Oh, hopeless, I ain't obvious. Just don't cope with my condition. Miles after that, but I'm here to perform. Oh, people never notice we've got problems too. Things I never thought could lead me back to you. All these uncertainties, I lack the confidence. We put up in something I knew I shouldn't have. Tempted lips of splendor slip through their endeavors, tasting glimpses of your eyes scared spleen. She's too pretty for you, never saw eyes so blue, hearts all the same color, all same. Oh, they're telling me no. These boxes are glowing, the numbers are in my hand. These things that I get when I notice I might be dead. When I think about you in ways that you can't relate, I felt this for longer than you even knew my name. You knew my name. Oh. Darling, you're so perfect. Tell me, is this worth it to take love for granted almost every time? My own thoughts feel reason, hell-bent, tense treason, never focus on my heart's state of mind. Oh, you're telling me no. Boxes are glowing, numbers they're in my head. These things that I get when I notice I might be dead. When I think about you in ways that you can't relate, I felt this for longer than you knew my name. You knew my name. Oh, tempted lips of splendor slip through their endeavors, tasting glimpses of your eyes scared to blink. She's too pretty for you, never saw eyes so blue, hearts all the same color, all seem the same. Oh, they're telling me no. These boxes are glowing, numbers they're in my head. These things that I get when I notice I might be dead. When I think about you in ways that you cannot relate, I felt it for longer than you even knew my name. You knew my name. Ah! Oh, I dropped my pick. Uh-oh. Oh no, the mic. Okay, it's fine. It's good. It fell a little. Oh no, we're good. All right. Woo. Awesome. Cool. This next one's sad. It's called Sad Boy Jams, but it's a good one. We're gonna be releasing this one pretty soon. Excited about that. You can find us on Spotify and all the other places. Alrighty, boys. A week away from friends without me broken ends. I was afraid, alone in my ways, and still here. And out of love I fell. That's just something to till weeks come and go. I'm anxious, but so I'm still here. Now that this is over, I am one step closer to becoming someone I want to be. I wish that you could see me grow and be outstanding, just like you had said when I was a kid. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's dark, the seasons are gray. They grew like a plague that says I'm the same, not the same as I was. My kitchen is clean and I just made my bed. For once in my life I could find something sweet. That wasn't a game, that wasn't a toy. That says I'm the same, not the same as I was. When people are gone, I get very scared. But I won't refrain from the words I feel. Now that this is over, I am one step closer to becoming someone I want to be. I wish that you could see me grow and be outstanding, just like you had said when I was a kid. Thank you for having us. We were Gene Shorts Jesus.
Welcome back to KBVR Corvallis. I'm DJ Gravy here on 4th Floor Underground. In the studio with me today, I have DJ Low C and then the members of Gene Short Jesus.
Hello.
So just not. Oh.
Oh.
Hold
on, we'll take it.
There we go.
All right. You guys should all be able to talk now. Oh, awesome. Hello. My name's Jacob.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jason.
And we are Gene Shorts Jesus, or 3/4 of the band.
All of our names start with J.
Yeah. We were trying to get a fourth member who had a name that started with a J, but so far we've got a P, a B, and an A, and so they all have silent J's in front of them now.
You could add if you found somebody whose like name started with like a D, you could make it like a gent. Like that was like
That's
it's
what-
obviously just it's a J sound, but there's a D in front of it.
Exactly. Did you Alyssa? Did you Braden? Did you Patrick? Patrick and Braden are no longer with us. They didn't die. They just moved away, so they're dead to us.
Oh, okay. Naturally.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about people who leave me.
All right. So you guys just played a set in our lovely, tiny, cramped voiceover studio. How was it?
It was pretty good.
It was pretty solid. I like playing acoustic sets.
Yeah, you guys were saying that you're usually like a more of an electric, hardcore, loud.
I wouldn't say hardcore, but we're definitely pretty eclectic. At
Okay.
least, like, I've definitely like rushed into crowds or fallen over amps a couple times. That was a really fun one, Jason. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we didn't have a bass player or Justin, so it was just Jacob and me.
And I tried to overcompensate by just running around the room. I ran outside and vomited from adrenaline afterwards. That was a fun set.
That's how you know you played a good show, when you have too much adrenaline.
Yeah.
What do you guys usually play instrument wise?
I'm mostly a guitarist.
Well, I mean, what kind of guitar?
I
A
play
6-string one?
a 6-string telly that I made
There
by
you
made myself.
Oh, wow.
it's-
Extra credit kid over here making his own guitars.
Yeah,
Does it sound good? Because I
Yeah.
made my own guitar and it sounds like garbage, like really bad.
it's my favorite guitar that I've ever played. Partly because it's too like customized to my liking.
Yeah. I didn't make a customized guitar. I just bought a bunch of really cheap parts off eBay and then put a guitar together.
Honestly, that's the way you start.
Doesn't sound good.
Probably just need better pickups.
You know, I can't play anything on the 6th fret.
Do you need the 6th fret?
Not often, but there's occasionally I'll be playing and I'll be like, oh, B flat, and I'll hit it and just like, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
We actually I play on a couple different guitars. I used to play on like a Gretsch hollow body guitar, which was really weird for a punk band, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
And I just usually put my instruments through the ringer. I break strings a lot during sets.
How was the feedback from a hollow body? I know those can be really bad if you play really loud.
I play a lot of funk music, so my left hand muting is pretty good. So
Okay.
I just always have my hands on the strings.
So that I guess that segues nicely into the next question, which is like, what other kinds of music do you guys play? Like, obviously you're kind of a punk band, but what other things do you enjoy playing or listening to?
Talking about like individually or as a group.
Either way.
So I play like I like jazz.
Uh huh.
I still like jazz.
Listen to his fills. Of course, he likes jazz.
I mostly come from a jazz background, and I didn't actually like play anything that you could consider to be rock until Jacob was like, "Hey, I'm starting a punk band. Do you wanna play in it?"
Teaching the jazz kid to play a punk beat was an experience.
Yeah.
No, Jason, you're playing too much stuff. Stop.
Hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, snare.
And I also like I'm really into jazz theory, so I'm always like, "Hey, Jacob, let's put a polychord in here." Or
Let's
something.
play in
And then-
15/16.
Yeah, also odd time signatures. I would love to do more of those.
We're definitely experimenting with a bit of them, especially in our electric set. We've got stuff like quintuplet swings, and I'm wearing a lot of 7/8 stuff. I like to have like catchy like choruses, but fun like instrumentals.
Okay.
So
It's like kind of math punk.
we listen to a lot of math rock. At least I think Justin and I do.
Yeah.
We actually have a couple songs coming up that are like that, like whole 2-hand tapping, like math rock thing.
Oh, okay. That's a whole world of guitar playing that I have zero ability to comprehend.
Dude.
This guy Justin's really humble, but he's like the best guitarist I know. This is the first time I played in a band where everyone's so much better than me. I feel like trash.
Jacob, remember what we said.
I
You are talented, and yes.
Gonna make me cry. Thank you. But yeah, I really do think we sync up pretty well. I write most of the tunes, but then I'll bring the stuff together and we'll like mesh with it and see what happens. Jason's like, let's do this really cool dumb rhythm, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Jacob has like so many ideas. Like he records just like random stuff on his phone all the time, like 10 a day, and he has like 1,500 recordings on his phone.
That was before my phone broke.
And like twice as many on his computer. And I mean, basically he just has like tons and tons of ideas for songs, and he brings them in, and we're like, okay, so this is cool, and what can we do to add it? And we just workshop it until we have a full-length song. You
hear like the 0.02% that I consider okay. I actually this is the first project I think I've done a lot of bands since high school, but this is the first one I've had where I actually feel pretty confident in the stuff I play. Like we have like people that like actually listen to us now, which is really weird. I actually had a friend send me like a text today about how they were listening to one of my songs. I'm like, why are you doing that? I mean, yes, that makes me happy.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
but also why? I have a decent amount of friends like in the Corvallis area that have bands, and it's always kind of weird listening to them because like on one hand you want to listen to everybody's bands to be supportive as a friend, but then kind of depending on how good they are, you start listening to them just to listen to them. And that's always like a weird, like, I don't know how to approach my friends. It's like, oh, I was listening to this song that you played on an album. Like that's such a weird thing to like throw at somebody, I feel like.
There's kind of I would call it kind of a percussion meme, but in the studio, the first song we played, Safe to Sleep, was the first one we kind of did for the band. And it got a chorus that goes da 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 da. And literally just this week in a theory class, I was doing like a performance for like music. Yeah. And like afterwards they go da 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 da. There's like a group of 5 people who just shout that at me all the time.
Oh man. I guess that's the, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, they say.
What were you going to say, Jason?
I was just going to say, speaking of which, so Jacob is, what's your major, Jacob?
I'm a percussion, performance, and music education major.
Okay.
I'm a physics major with a math minor.
Okay.
And I'm a music major, just general music. Justin, I mean, Jacob and I met because we're both percussion students. I'm like more into drum set, and Jacob is like, I mean, I would say more into the concert stuff, but also a jack of all trades.
Mallets especially.
And Justin and I met through Drumline. He plays quads, and I guess the year we met, he played cymbals and I played bass drum, and now he's playing quads and I'm playing snare. That's
definitely, coming from a marching band background, I can see the step up there because I had lots of friends that started as cymbals and bass drums and drumline and end up. I was always most jealous of the quad players and the mallet players. That was like, if I was going to be in drumline, that's what I would want to try and play. Yeah. Keyword try. There's no success there.
Yeah, and I don't do it here at OSU because they don't have a front ensemble, but in high school I was the pit section leader, and I played all the mallets and stuff. That was like my favorite thing. And then I come here and they're like, we have bass drums and cymbals, and I'm just like, I don't want to march.
Apparently, Joe Beaver Joe Beaver being like the generic Beaver fan isn't necessarily as much of a fan of like the sound of the front ensemble. Joe Beaver prefers just like a marching band with a drum line. According to sources.
I mean, yeah, the front ensemble is a complete logistical nightmare. Nobody can hear them, and the only point of having them is if you're doing one of those like an art show, like where you're going to perform like that, people want to hear it. But when you're at a racer stadium game, no one's gonna hear the freaking marimba or vibraphone in front. You could put that thing through as many amps as you want. People are gonna be screaming.
All they really care is that you're playing ABBA and that it sounds cool and that you're making shapes.
I freaking love ABBA. Just gotta put that out there on the waves.
I think that's I would say more people I meet like ABBA than don't. It's one of those bands that I would say has a positive like index of people who like it.
I mean, it's kind of pointless to dislike. They're not very controversial.
That's true. It's not like ABBA is like really thought-provoking and expressionistic music.
Isn't their name because of like the first letters of their names? ABBA is how they got it.
I have no idea.
I think that's right, but I'm not sure.
We would be J or or depending on who's in the band at the time. Just sounds like you're just stuttering. Like, oh, is this radio program breaking down? I'm getting bad feedback. They just keep going.
Like, oh, it must be on a broken record or something. The radio's broken. Oh man. So in an ideal world, what would be your dream venue? Like, where do you want to play? Like, if the assumption is you get super duper famous and the promoters from all the big venues around the world come to you and say, where do you want to play?
An underground. I'll go first. You guys can go next. An underground basement full of a bunch of people who actually know the songs and are moshing to it. That's all I want. I just want an underground basement. We've had people mosh about twice to our music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get those numbers up. Come on, people. I know you're drinking at those parties or whatever, but like,
open up the pit, please.
come on. I sometimes run in there if I get a chance. What are your guys' dream venues?
Well, I'm a snarky puppy buff, so I'm like in love with all of the ground up artists, and the ground up music festival, which like just happened last weekend, the annual ground up music festival in Miami Beach, Florida. I just want to play there because I love Snarky Puppy and I want to be on the same stage as Snarky Puppy at least within like a couple hours, you know. But like that's not gonna happen because
feel
we're
the
not.
Mojo of 13 people playing way too many notes.
So let's take a road trip there, and then before Snarky Puppy goes on, just play an acoustic set outside the venue. No, let's set up our own like stage, and people will think it's part of it. What about you, Justin? Where do you want to play?
Anywhere in another country. Because it'd be cool.
We're going to a bar in Canada.
Exactly. That's fine.
See, all you got to do is move the Ground Up Music Festival to Toronto and then find a basement there. And then you can mosh in a Canadian basement.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting emotional from this.
George Jesus Canadian tour.
I'm sure.
Coming soon.
I'm sure the Midwest emo sound goes really well in Toronto.
Honestly, it was just the first Canadian town I could think of. I'll be honest, there's not a huge library of Canadian towns running around in my head.
Moose Jaw, Winnipeg.
I think there's Canada 1 and Canada 2. I think there's a Canada 3 in there.
Is it like New York, New York?
I don't even know more than 5 towns in Oregon. How am I supposed to know what's in Canada? There's Corvallis and Portland and somewhere in between. I was born somewhere. I don't know.
There you go.
Oh, man. All right, we're almost out of time. Let's see. Colby, you got anything you want to...
I was wondering how many... your kit, how many pieces are in the kit?
As many as are available to me at the time. That is not more than 4.
So it's everywhere from a 4 to a Neil Peart, depending on
how much is there.
Yeah, so in terms of a kit, let's see. Okay, so my kit was at a friend's house, which got burnt down.
Yeah, you guys were telling me this because you originally were like, yeah, we want to do this acoustic set. And I was like, cool, that fits perfectly. And then like Tuesday or yesterday, you guys were like, so we thought our drum kit burnt to pieces.
Yeah,
but it didn't.
It turns out that my kit was in the only room in the house that did not get incinerated.
That's pleasant.
our music
but
is
I
magic.
don't have like space in my house to store it, so I literally just have a full drum kit sitting right next to my door, just like stacked.
I mean, there's like worse places you could put it, right?
In a burning house.
In a burning house.
Calvin, I love you.
Calvin, our hearts go out to you every day.
Oh man.
Yeah, burning houses aren't too pleasant, are they?
So, do you guys have any shows coming up?
We have a very busy March, and we want to have a show coming up soon. Probably not anything big. The main thing we're doing is we have an EP out. One I recorded in my apartment on a $0 budget last year. You can find that on Spotify, Bandcamp.
What's it called?
Apple Music. Safe to Sleep.
Safe to Sleep.
Yeah.
Church Jesus. Okay.
Church Jesus, Safe to Sleep. And we're gonna be recording the last song we played, Sad Boy Jams, which I was gonna give a different name because that was kind of the joke name that we write down, but
sometimes the joke name sticks.
it's to the point where everyone knows it as Sad Boy Jams now.
So they'd be like, play Sad Boy Jams. You'd be like,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, we're gonna record that one and hopefully release an EP with real drums.
We are also we're on Facebook and Instagram, and we post all of our gigs, performances,
Gig information,
etc. on social media. So if you follow us, you will
find out
our
the new gigs.
information.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. This has been Fourth Floor Underground.
I came here expecting to fix every problem, but still they follow me. It wasn't for lack of trying, expertly failed at timing. I don't know what I should be.